haven't really seen as much success coming out in like the, play Sivir Yumi, try and have more of an impact later on. But looks like for FPX, they might be going back to comfort. Not comfort, they might be taking away comfort from Gideon, but just going straight towards this Maokai.
And one for Hacker that, again, we wouldn't look towards. Hacker's already played things like the Lee Sin, the Wukong. Last game it was the Elise, where he had some pretty good moments as well. This time around, something a bit more solid and meta heavy, where for IG, we question what was coming in that bottom lane. Now, the Varus was picked up early by FPX in game number 1. IG might just be attempting to try and do a steal, but Lyric, we know with this bottom lane that Wink has already played this support. So, not necessarily an 80 carry Varus.
No, it's a flex, and you even have just a lot of things that can still go up with it, right? Heimerdinger still being the thing that jumps to mind of being there if they did want to keep the Varus in that 80 carry role. But like we said, Wink's played everything. He's played, 9 different champions so far, has games on Heimer, has games on, Varus support, the Ashe, the Lulu, Misfortune, Blitzcrank. Yeah. Like, this guy really feels like he's just able to pull out anything to fit the situation. While for FPX, they're not even gonna think about their bot lane just yet. It seems like they're hoping they'll get to see what IG are going for to get themselves in a more comfortable position, and then just will go straight for their top side. Gonna keep care on that. Jayce was putting up big damage, but wasn't really finding, huge impact in the same way that, maybe not a fair comparison, but like what we saw Knight's Jayce doing just the other day.
Hard to compare those
still
two.
Very much a newer player in the LPL, even if he has been around for a little bit, but still trying to find where he fits in. And again, superb players showing things like the Ahri, like we saw last year, but completely different meta coming into 2023.
Yeah, it really is. And that's why for Xiaolaohu, you talk about the meta, getting him on something comfort that he's been playing a lot that also fits into that category is great. While on IG side, it is going to be an 80 carry Varus this time around, guys. So sorry to get you disappointed. Means Wink is going on the Heimerdinger while they start banning away some supports themselves. The Yumi taken away, considering there's no bottom lane for FPX here, Lyric. And I'm curious, do you start attacking things like the Sivir you mentioned, the Caitlyn actually, taken away instead, and a lot of options now removed from FPX's hands?
I'm curious to see where they want to go with top lane. We've already said things like the Fiora are there.
Oh, yeah.
You even have Camille, which hasn't really been something that we've seen picked into the Ksante all too much, but I remember Bin did it, and Bin was able to find a win. I believe Ultra Prime did it against FPX as well, so could also be something that you're looking at, but yeah. Oh, actually, Fiora taken off the table, so really the Camille being the only known YSKM champion still up. I don't know if he'd feel comfortable going towards something like a Gwen himself, but no, will just be that standard YSKM Camille coming on through.
Lyric, you should know by now. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but you should know by now that that YSKM doesn't shy away. Something like a Gwen, like something on the edge. No, goes full into the Camille. The melee matchup for the Sejuani going to be fun as well. We get FPX to resolve their bottom lane with something a little bit more standard, without the Yumi, of course, for Lele to run onto something like the Karma. Now, is it going to be about top lane for IG? Sources point to yes.
I think it'll still be probably pretty bot lane centered game.
Oh, you reckon?
The fact that we have things like the Heimerdinger and just the amount of very squishy bottom lanes. They're both going to be contesting for push. You'll have those opportunities there in top side, especially with the melee with Sejuani there. Once we hit level 6, it is like a guaranteed gank. Like whether it's coming through lane with the Glacial Prison with Sejuani, you're starting it off with the Hextech Ultimatum. Like there are ways to get those kills stopped. But I like IG's draft because it has the options available to be able to like Gideon will have space to play around both of his side lanes and given moments of when they have pressure with the wave. So we're looking at FPX. They're gonna have a decent ability to look for some team fights later on. A solid amount of like DPS. They have mixed damager coming out with the Maokai. They can contest wave, push, and bot. But a lot of my questions, Scorpion King or WWE, or could be like Black Adam, where it feels like he's in the keys to the castle, and then you find out, well, Black Adam just not. The DCU gonna reboot the whole.
Is that finished? Is it? I didn't even get to watch it.
That's right. I'm not spoiling the movie, but yeah, the DC like cinematic universe is just being pretty much completely rebooted. They are
Oh.
leaving some things, but James Gunn, the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy at the helm of that, as well as the guy who, I don't know if it's directed or wrote Shazam, is also, like, they're like co-heads of the new DC cinematic world.
Right, okay. Well, I have to be honest. I stopped with superhero movies after, I think, I watched Eternals after Endgame.
But
And
did
I
you
was
stop
like,
with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Apparently
No,
you did if
no,
you
no,
haven't
no.
seen Black Adam.
yeah, well, I mean, I didn't start with him. To be fair, though, he is just one of the best actors because... Why is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson the best actor? I don't know.
The thing is, he's really
great.
good at being Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right?
He is.
And you just like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, so.
Well, that's rough. Oh, good dodge from Dove. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we come back to live and Care just takes the brunt of the trade. Now, Lyric, you did talk about mid lane being fun for Care and probably being an advantage that FPX can play towards.
Yeah, should be a lane where he is able to maintain pressure, and you know, whether it's like playing to him or not, like we said, because especially looking for IG, setting up their Camille top side or playing around the fact that they push in bot, even just Care using this pressure, leaning more heavily to Packer and then trying to set up more of his sides than he was last time around. I know Jayce typically used as that mid laner to get pressure, take down plates, or like invade the enemy jungle with your own jungle. But at least seeing him have an impact with the fact that he will have pressure in this matchup, I think is one of the things we need to see come from game 1 into game 2, as well as FPX's bot lane just not getting destroyed. Whether they lose because he has to get pushed in, that's one thing, but not giving over the same amount of kills and confidence that they did on like they did in game 1.
Ooh, spotted. Okay, Care knows he's there. Gideon is walking into a trap if he goes to this Arctic Assault gang. Hacker now off on the left wing. You can see he's positioning with a sapling, trying to watch for that reposition, but they still know that Gideon's in the brush because the ward hasn't seen him exit. So wasting a bit of time here is Care, getting the jungler's full attention while Gideon now departs. Sapling going to see him in the end. And that's good information game played by FPX.
Great, and I mean, it's going to be even bigger if they don't know that the ward's there. It looks like maybe clearing it out now. Yep. Did just take that one away and gonna wait in this river brush on top side, see if Packer will walk out to try to contest that scuttle. Feeling comfortable because he now has Prio and mid to play with after Care to back off for, you know, 30 seconds with the threat of Gideon's lead. Looks like Xiaolaohu's just gonna be focused on his own wave state, so not gonna have any opportunity for him to roam down and maybe try to use top lane Prio to outweigh the pressure that Dove has in mid.
Nothing he can do is YSKM actually feeling pretty good in it for now. Trade's getting a little bit better. As for the early game so far, we've just had junglers look eye to eye to each other. It's not been romantic, it's been more of a dangerous thing. As there is a small CS lead for Hacker in the Maokai.
It's been dangerous?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a tree and a pig. It's nature fighting back. I feel like
hope it's a little bit romantic. Valentine's Day coming up. Hacker and Gideon can be like friends, you know.
Well, I hope my partner's not watching this.
Buddies later.
Because I love that reminder. I was aware Valentine's Day was coming up. However, God, I wish we had more people in the call, Lyric. You know, you're a good source, but I need opinions. I'm not sure what I should do. I'm a bit lost now. What should I do about Valentine's Day?
Look, I have a few suggestions, but they shouldn't be given up here. Gideon
maybe not here.
One angling towards mid.
Maybe I should get her a mid gank.
Care.
Oh my God, yes! If it's like a jungle gank like that, burning the flash, everyone would be happy. Care's going to be down the summoner, and he just TP'd the lane as well, so nice gank.
Yeah, so gonna keep that pressure going full floor. We kind of guessed where Gideon would put his attention to, right? We kind of highlighted like top lane, especially with that level 6 mark. You have pressure bot that you can play around if you just want to set up vision and make sure they're fine. Didn't really talk much about mid, but with how much Care is pushing in this lane, Gideon has really been putting an emphasis on setting in behind and maybe not even giving Care the opportunities to use the pressure that he has available to him. Still will be able to force Dove out of lane, get this wave pushed in. Dove doesn't have TP to catch this one, but overall nice amount of pressure being put by Care, and sure, IG have done a lot to hold him down, but it's still not going to stop him from forcing Dove out of lane.
And so I want to talk, you know, a little bit outside of mid now then, because if Care's still going to be a threat, I want to talk about bottom lane being a threat, because Arn is going lethality.
Nope,
we know the Heimerdinger in lane is...
buddy.
Ah.
Level 6.
When have I never wanted to talk about YSKM? The answer is, of course, never is. Unstoppable for the time being. This counter game is going to be huge. Arctic Assault's in. Remember, double melee for the top laner, but they need to get the permafrost. They get it. First blood. Now for Hacker relying on the sapling. YSKM gets far back, flushes in. He's alive! The boy who lived. It must be Potter up in that top lane.
The second the Hextech ultimatum comes online, they go for it. I thought maybe YSKM was going to be a bit too early on the play, but still, Gideon gets there just in time with Hacker looking for the counter gang. They opted in, and they paid the price. We're going to see here huge wave pushing into Xiaolaohu. Hextech ultimatum comes out, has the passive shield to be able to nullify some of the damage. And this is where I thought, oh my god, maybe it might turn around, not able to connect with the Q. But actually, it looks like Hacker's knockback kind of helped YSKM get a little bit closer. Gideon was able to get a little bit more damage off. And the flash comes out from Hacker. Still had the little spin of the flail there to make sure the kill goes through. Hacker tries to dodge out with the twisted advance, but that means nothing. You're just going straight to Hero Doom.
Dude,
sad that YSKM wasn't able to get either kill, but still, nice goal to be sitting on the Sejuani.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, what is it with IG's early game and just turning about plays? We saw it in game 1, bottom lane, the 3v3 was so clutch coming through from Wink. Game 2, YSKM helping out is now with the stun, uses the cleanse on Lwx who didn't have the spell shield available. And Lyric, it's like these early games just set up IG to have flowing momentum for the rest of the game.
I love that you're just hitting on early game holistically, because like we have a bit of a CS advantage in mid because of all the pressure Gideon was putting there earlier. Huge CS advantage in bot in the matchup. YSKM is down quite a bit in top lane. I bet he has a pretty sizable wave to catch right now to at least, you know, bring that a bit more in terms of touch distance. What? Wink with the skill shots. It's just beautiful. Grenade gets the stun. Kill comes through. Man, IG's bot lane has been styling on FPX's game.
How? They were one of the worst in the LPL, and now it's going wrong in the top lane to get a Xiaolaohu. Has to use all out, but he wants to get on out. However, YSKM has a Hextech ultimatum. He's cutting shapes on the dance floor. His first kill here of the game, Lyric, and Xiaolaohu getting bullied to open up number 2.
Xiaolaohu getting bullied, Herald's gonna go over bot lane. I just imagine like Wink angrily sitting there last year of like, why is it not his first Leona every single game? Where's my chance to show my stuff? Finally gets it this year. Hacker gonna try and show his stuff up on this Herald, but my dude, your mid laner is recalled, your top laner is walking the base. You have no right walking into this river. You are lucky that Gideon didn't just destroy you.
Dude, Lwx fighting rough here, Lyric. Oh, he's having a hard time with it.
There is no better way to go over that replay. I feel like everyone vicariously lived through you in that moment. Was Gideon gonna be forced out, but I mean, your Q just got Maokai ultimate traded, so huge win for the side of IG. And look at this, almost a 3K gold lead in the 9-minute mark. They're winning in bot. I mean, Dog has been in penetrating force in mid. They're just keeping this up.
Here we go.
Though,
turn around.
Way down bot now.
There is a flash away with a heal burn as well from Wing. Big super mega death turret is firing away at Lele, but FPX only take half their HP in return for some ultis and taking some summoners. Lele running into turret, so hang on. Meanwhile, Rift Herald and the boys returning top.
I mean, I don't even know what they could do. You look at it, no sums up the shot, like no ghost, no ultimate there. Maokai already used his ultimate, as we saw earlier, when Gideon forced his way in. He's going to let the charge go through. He's going to try and get... Oh, doesn't try.
Got it.
He succeeds. Hacker does it.
And now the soccer ball sapling is going to try and help with the flash through. The ulti burned early. Gideon in a lot of trouble here. FPX, this is your time as Care is waiting. He's just waiting for the flash, but he's out of range. Care was thinking he's going one way, but Gideon the other.
I mean, overall, this nice gamble from Care, right? I mean,
true.
You just have to hope he jumps in front of you, and then you knock him right back over the wall. There's no hope of going anywhere. And at the end of the day, you get a flash, you get a Sejuani ultimate. and you're gonna be able to take
Doing it
that.
again.
IG just started out with the top side.
And Hacker's just chilled here for the time being. TV coming up as YSKM's damage with Divine Thunder is massive. Hacker taking the brunt of the damage as this duo's too much, but Xiaolaohu says nope. I'm coming back in. Big shutdown here for the man who desperately needed for the hook shot, wall shot on the edge of infinity. Dove now coming through for the range. Flashes forward as YSKM's in a bit of trouble, but he backflips. It's Tony Hawk now in the top lane who once again lives on. Dove needs the range. One more auto cares coming in, but now he's dead. It goes from bad to worse to rubbish to horrible to unwinnable now. For FPX's ults are burned in the bottom lane, and Invictus Gaming 6-1. 3,500 gold. This team is scary.
IG are just completely dominating. Dove, like you said, being Tony Hawk. I watched the interview where Tony Hawk said he got his first $1 million check from those skateboard games, trying to take it to an ATM. You can't put $1 million check in an ATM, people. That's what IG haven't done. IG actually just went straight to the bank telling this game they have their $1 million. As we're going to see here, just paying off so much with the attention being put up towards topside. They go straight for Hacker, who's just so squishy. Sure, Gideon does get taken down after the ultimate comes down from Xiaolaohu, but YSKM is waiting for his E to come up, goes in with it. Hacker is going to get taken down with Dove, able to follow up, and with the Emperor's Divide still online. Wait!
We're partying yet again. Here we go, the Ents go marching one by one. Hurrah to Dove who comes in, and Care just beaten down in a choke. Heimer, ding dong, what's that? It's the doorbell again. But every time FPX open the door, they just keep dying. 7-1, let that sink in. You've got a dragon as well. IG are brutalizing with these skirmishes.
Always great to have IG on the Rift and see what they're gonna bring out. See what sick moves they're gonna give us today. Is FPX have just collapsed coming into game 2, not able to keep anything together, any semblance of pressure. A lot of that coming down to Gideon in that early game, right? Constantly hovering around mid, not allowing Care to assert any pressure. FPX's bot lane have just been so outclassed today by the side of IG. And I mean, with the tools that you have on IG's top side, you hit those level 6 marks, you're just consistently ganking. Just overall, it's like the combination of how they're playing the game plan, as well as just the strength of IG's players are really sealing the deal on this series.
And it's really hard to talk about FPX. I think that's what we've noticed in IG's beatdowns before, is it's hard to talk about the other team because IG are taking these trades which look dangerous, which look very eventful, but end up being clutch. For the side of FPX, Lyric, you can see that they're trying to match. Topside match was the biggest thing here for Hacker in this early game, but then there's other lanes that are going bad. Even if topside went so well, Care wasn't winning out that hard in mid. Bot was losing out massively. And then Gideon just never gives up. Gideon never gives up. He's back again. So even if bot and mid are going well, FPX might hope that something gets done. Xiaolaohu goes on an adventure. But unlike Bilbo Baggins, it doesn't end in a happy story. Instead, IG are going to get control of this jungle, give Dove more priority, and Lyric an ulti burn so that he has to play it cautious now in this top lane.
And right, it was a trade-off, because you look, Hacker is up a tremendous amount of CS on him, but what Gideon's been able to get done has just completely outweighed that. Turret taken in mid lane now by the side of IG, so going to open up the map. Actually, not mid lane, sorry, that was in bot. Mid lane is incredibly close to being taken down, so IG just going to have to dedicate a few members over here. You know, if you get bot away pushed out, you bring your AD carry over, this will go down. And it's just gonna completely snowball from there with the amount of tension and vision that IG are also keeping up on this half of the match.
Helped with Heimerdinger turrets as well. You know, Wink has been putting them everywhere as he roams across. He's got a Rylai's now as well, so it helps out massively. His teleport's going to be burned by YSKM, who's just picked up a tier match in that last back. As Hacker tries to pop his head in, IG are hoping for the moment where they can find yet another skirmish. But Hacker's going to play it safe this time around, Lyric. Nothing really up except for his jungle camps. No dragon to get in response, while IG just cement themselves with more dominance with topside to add to that list as well.
Sitting on 2 items now. Sure, again, might be cheaper items. So the strong point, YSKM, item and a half. Like, these guys are very quickly finding themselves ahead of their counterparts. I mean, just said it, the gold lead's huge. IG get to do whatever they want at this point in time. They have tools to engage. They have tools to poke. Like, they have a bit of everything with the composition they picked up.
Run! 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 Oh, he's dead. Okay, well, ambulance tried to get... It's like someone picked up the phone, and 2 minutes later, unfortunately, they were pronounced dead at the scene. IG now with a Herald as well. Caught out, getting that vision you talked about, Lyric. IG have been so clean at setting up some of these neutrals. Now it's going to net even more as ulti's burned at the mid lane. Hacker goes for the twisted advance, but he's going to regret that. Has to flash away. Arn doesn't have the ulti, but he does have the poke damage here with 2 items completed, and the Herald even getting a second charge. From bad to worse, yet again, that statement can be reused for that latest play.
Oh, FPX. You know, there are silver linings. Silver linings, like, you know, not having to hear anyone say, like, the Phoenix rises again. Not to call you out, but, you know.
No,
like,
I did like the Phoenix rise. I do like Phoenixes. So that is
Phoenixes are pretty cool, but, you know, when FPX are winning, it just becomes very easy to talk about Phoenixes quite a bit. When IG are winning, I don't know. I don't even know what their logo really is. I never have.
Information.
So there's nothing to talk.
It's like, it's an information booth. You know, you go to Westfield, any Aussies out there, you go to Westfield, and it's the exact same symbol as, you know what? FPX might need some information. How does Xiaolaohu survive this? Well, he might have to ulti out. However, is he already dead? One more uppercut again. Pro Skater 6, YSKM gets bullied down to get the kill, but he still gets it. As Lwx comes on in, Boomerang Blade doesn't hit, Dez on the hunt. The reverse here as Nature's Grass helps out Hacker, doing a lot of damage with the saplings. And Lwx flashing on in to Gideon. Helped up by Arn, no question mark. Ulti back, reverse, cleanse there, the bouncing bomb, Wink comes on in, saves his AD carry. These guys are true bros, and even though it looked close to FPX, even though it looked like an opening, IG flipped it again.
IG are just going to be able to keep this going. Look at the minimap, though. Care might be angling for an assassination attempt on Dove.
Oh, yeah?
Nope.
Lyric, I was more worried about Wink assassinating Lele behind that inner turret at the top side.
No, I want to see this. Now the roles have reversed. Dove actually going to look for Care. But we're going to stabilize. We're going to get some recalls. Dragon's up, so you know IG are just going to go pick that one up for freeze. Hey! We actually get a replay of Xiaolaohu. He's pushing out the wave, right? YSKM coming from River. He has no chance of making it out. And the other members of FPX, sometimes you just gotta let a brother in arms just go down and face the consequences of his actions, which are thinking that he gets to exist on Summoner's Rift. Sure, I mean, IG find one, but they're just buying more time for the cavalry to come in. It doesn't matter if Wink's support. He still puts a big damage right now. You're giving on space to get into the fight. And yeah, this just isn't your Rift, FPX.
Uh-oh. Yeah, with Chain Disruption especially. Look at this. Everybody in the ground pound. Invictus Gaming are going to nail down this 2-0. There's no doubt about it. There never was, really. At this point, we got 5 minutes in and knew this one felt like an FPX doomsday. We've got a 10k gold lead brewing as well, 9k to be specific, but at 19 minutes into the game, FPX is struggling to get a pick as even the damage on Arn is big, but look, he wants to come back in! He's walking up with no HP. No fear of Xiaolaohu goes over a journey. That's a big one as YSKM re-engages, tries to survive. He is alive! The pros come out. Invictus Gaming, 5-1 is their new reality.
IG just keep taking the LPL by storm match after match. Even in their one loss to TT, still went to 3 games, still was an incredibly close series. Like, IG just have been a team that have been so hard to shake for anyone in the LPL so far. Beautiful scorelines across the board, as we're going to see YSKM making it look like he's going to bail out, baits Care in, gets the stun, and the floodgates open with all members of IG just running down. As, I mean, Xiaolaohu finds a good ult. I mean, it's great. He brings YSKM in, but still not enough damage. Sadly, there, the fog of war enough to prevent the kill, and the damage from YSKM enough to finish it off. Now, Baron is finally up because we've gotten past the 20-minute mark. So now, for IG, they might be able to transition this into a neutral objective that can more solidly let them just, end out the game and not just sit on 10k gold for, another 5-10 minutes.
Well, 11,000 Lyric at this point as well. IG in 21 minutes, that Baron that spawned a minute ago. As you were saying, looks like a very viable option. But they're looking for the pick instead. I'm going to take a bit of damage as we see that Hacker is still somewhat relevant, but looking for the inner turret towards top side. Bot side as well as YSKM continues to push in with Care hovering around, but FPX just can't catch a break. They're going to move, they're going to spread thin, and IG just won't let them get that pick that they so desperately want.
Look, I just want IG to flip it. Just go to Baron,
Will
get
it be
the
a flip
flips going. Exactly. Is it really a flip? I feel like IG just start a fight if they want. They just win, they kill everybody. So go for the Baron, bring FPX in. If the Baron starts getting too low and FPX are close, get off that Baron. Just kill them all. They're going to look now as they force Maokai ult out.
And the TP as well. Cameraman zooms in like, oh, that person's about to die. And it could be Care as Hackers in into the pit. No steal, though. A close call to say the least. Xiaolaohu who made his way in as well on the dump, but he goes flying. Ults out Lwx. This guy playing Tokyo Drift, it seems, as now YSKM flies through. The birthday boy is still popping off. This is a very special day for him because not only does he kick some ass on his way out, but he also moves Invictus Gaming up to 5-1. It has been a hell of a long time since I have seen IG in a position of power. But let me tell you one thing. This team that has won World Championship before in 2018 has been down in the dumps for a bit. But with this new roster, Lyric, I think they can do it. But can they end the game here? What do you think?
No. I'm going to go with no, but maybe FPX just run into them. They find the engages.
Chains of Corruption do come through. Hacker gets beaten down. They've got Baron. I mean, IG would do it. You'd look at them as Arn tries to poke down, but as everything misses, as Manabar flies through, Arn responds with a flash now onto Care. Gideon's thinking about it. That ultimate almost up and available. Nature's Grasp there as well, flies through. A wham bam, but no thank you, ma'am, as Hacker and Care have to get out. Look at their health bars. Lele flashes away as well. IG were like, no, we're going to peace out. But with the Baron still coming through with a poke of their own, this team just never says no. They always look for the next opportunity as FPX were looking for their second series win. But IG now at death's door for them. Running through Xiaolaohu, trying to make the engage, playing on low health bars. IG finally thinking maybe this time we get out.
FPX still going to keep chasing them down. They're like no leeway in this game. They're hoping to find something, but once again, forced out by the poke coming out from IG. Dragon coming up in 2 seconds. But we just got to keep it real. This Dragon, for either side, feels like it means nothing. IG just going to go for the base, go for the push. They're going to be able to get it. As FPX Hacker tries to go in, Smite does come out, but not able to guarantee Baron coming through. I love that IG, they did just flip it in the end. They didn't even try to disengage, just go for the fight. They wanted the Baron, but when you're this far ahead, even if they just brought them in and FPX were able to steal it, just 5 more times, Gideon.
Yeah, under Lele this time around. Look, does follow through as well. Arn flies through. Even though this game we haven't talked about it much, he's still been the player of the series to watch. As IG, I said it before and I'll say it again, as they look for the final kills here in this game. This team dismantled FPX. It wasn't even close in this second game. In game 1, it was brutal as well. Invictus Gaming, I think I can say it now, Lyric. They're back.
2020 was the last time IG was a dominant team. People might revise history a little bit with their playoff runs, because those were good. But first in spring regular season 2020, third in summer regular season. This IG looking to reach those same heights and hopefully go further. Because that IG team, which people not look highly on, did fall in playoffs both times. Did not end up going to Worlds despite their success in the regular season. This IG team on their way to at least meeting that bar. And hell, even if they can't surpass that bar, and they don't have like deep runs come this split. This is their first split as a